Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Marielle Reese, and with me tonight I have Emily McGlynn, a general manager at Comm Radio. Emily, thank you so much for being here with me tonight.
Thank you for having me.
So I wanted to start off with just explaining what exactly is Comm Radio.
So Comm Radio is a premier student-run radio station associated with the Donald P. Belisario College of Communications. We're also funded by them as well. And we basically kind of do everything. So obviously we're a radio station. So we do talk shows, we do play-by-play for sports. We also have newscasts, DJ sets. But also on top of that, we do articles on the side. So we have people that are writing articles about sports, about arts and entertainment, about news, and we're just constantly trying to keep up with Penn State and Center County as a whole. And then also on top of that, we're also trying to dabble into the social media side of things. So recently we just had 2 arts and entertainment people go out and ask people who should not be invited to the Met Gala. And that was really fun and interesting.
That sounds really fun.
I did a video a couple months back asking people which love songs are the best for Valentine's Day, and that got a lot of traction and everything. So we kind of do a little bit of everything, but we mainly focus on the radio and audio side of things.
Sure, yeah. And like, what is your role like as general manager? What does it like look like? What's your day-to-day jobs?
Each day is different, which I personally like. I like that it's not a routinely cookie cutter kind of job role. So basically every week, this is a rough outline of what my week basically looks like. But every Monday is when I have all the meetings. I have meetings for about 4 hours.
Oh my goodness.
But the reason it's that long is because I'm making sure that my management staff, but also on top of that, that each department is doing their job, but also it's running successfully. Because if it's not, then I'm not doing my job correctly, and making sure that everyone is achieving their goals and doing what they need to do. Because again, if they're not, then like I'm not doing my job and I'm not making sure that people are reaching their fullest potential for then me to go back to Dean Harden and say, hey, like we need X, Y, and Z. Could you do this for me?
Of course.
So I take a lot of pride in making sure that I have relationships with each of my management staff, and I go out and I meet as many people as possible. I mean, we have 300 people in Comm Radio.
That's a big staff.
It's very large. So and I'm very grateful for that because we constantly have articles and talk shows and just constant content all the time. And then Tuesday through the rest of the week is always different. If there's, if the audio is not working in the studio, then I'm the person, or my other 2 general managers, Alex Rocco and Dylan Price. If I can't be there, then those 2 people can be there and help out, make sure that people are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And it's just different every day. But I love the what's the word I'm looking for? The spontaneity of it all.
Yeah, it sounds like a well-oiled machine at this point, right?
Oh, thanks.
So then, with the Comm Radio, so are there different sections? Like, are there certain people who only write articles or only film videos, or is there like crossover between the sections? Like, exactly what's that process about? So
what's so great about Comm Radio is that you can basically do whatever you want. Comm Radio, I believe, is the only organization here in the College of Comm that allows you to get started right away, get in front of the mic right away, be writing articles and getting credentials to these things right away. We have 8 departments. So we have sports, news, arts and entertainment, production, social media, the editing department, and I believe I'm probably, we have ad sales. We're all over the board. So whatever you want to get involved in, you can get involved in.
Sure.
For example, I started out here at Penn State in the arts and entertainment department and the news department, and I have now expanded myself to the social media department, production, and funny enough, sports. I'm not a huge sports person, but I love to produce. So I've been producing for sports broadcasts and doing what I can to get myself involved, and also just to meet more people. I think that's a big part of this industry is networking and getting to know people. So we do basically everything. You can do everything. Everything is on your own schedule, and whatever goals people have, they can be achieved in Comm Radio.
I think that's so great that it's a unique experience for every single member. I feel like, so I have to ask, do you have a favorite topic or section that Comm Radio has in there? You said there's 8 different sections. Do you have a personal favorite?
Biasly, I love the arts and entertainment department. So when I was a freshman, it was during the pandemic, and so I was locked up in my dorm all the time. and I had nothing to do except to pay attention to pop culture and write about it. And I love doing that. And I found some of my greatest friends through the department. And after my freshman year, sophomore year rolled around, and I got hired to be the arts and entertainment director with one of my good friends. And we just had so much fun creating content and getting to know people and expanding the department, because it used to be very small. It was only like 15 or 20 people, and I can proudly say that we expanded that to around 65 people. So
wow.
I absolutely love it, and we're trying to find new ways to expand it each and every day. But I also have tackled the news department recently. I love going out and finding the latest news and having the latest scoop on everything that's going on. So I just love it.
And would you say that you prefer that it's more like Comm Radio is leaning more towards the radio/audio spectrum, or do you prefer the writing spectrum or like the video? Like what do you think is your favorite medium out of all of those?
I think they all kind of collaborate with each other a little bit. Yeah. I would definitely say that writing has helped me on air, which that doesn't really make any sense, but I think being able to be comfortable with my vocabulary and how I talk and what I like to talk about has forced me to reflect on what I like and what I don't like, what I'm good at, what I'm not good at, and finding certain aspects that I need to work on. So then when I do go on air, I sound eloquent and I'm not stumbling over my words like I just was, but definitely working behind the scenes and working at your computer and really focusing on how you're supposed to sound, and then later on when you go on air, you sound perfect.
Definitely. And are there any like stories you could tell me now that you have been wanting to cover, or that, you know, anything you're really excited about, maybe even for like next semester or to finish off this semester? Anything you're excited about doing with Comm Radio?
So currently right now we're trying to reconstruct the news department. We're really solid with our newscasts. We have 5 daily newscasts, and we have a staffed group of people that are on each newscast. And we sound really good on air, but we're not doing our own original things, which I think is something that we can definitely work on. So right now we're trying to reach out to different politicians and boroughs and getting in contact with the police departments, but also with University Park, creating a better relationship with the college, not just for Belisario, but for the other colleges as well. So we're giving due diligence to all the people and putting people's stories out there.
That sounds amazing, and I'm sure so many people are going to want to join Comm Radio. I know I do now. So thank you so much for coming in. Up next, AJ and Angelica will bring you the latest news from across the nation. Stay tuned.